There she is, Fog. Finish her off before she gets away. You got her, Fog.
No wonder she was so vicious. Ain't nothing more dangerous than a she-bear with cubs.
Nothing more dangerous for a brave.
Well, bear steaks for everybody at the bar tonight. Hey, and that pelt ought to bring us a good price, too.
What about the cub?
Cute little guy. Tater, bring him along. He may be worth something someday, too.
He bit me, a little devil.
Airboat.
Charlie Mason.
Come on.
No, wait a minute. He might go past. All right, grab the cub.
Quiet, Tater! It's the Whitlow kid.
Leave him alone. He doesn't belong to you. Let him go.
Listen, boy. You mind your own business and keep your mouth shut, you hear?
Who shot her, Mark? My guess is you saw the whole thing. I know it's hard, son. But with a little help, I can take care of this. It's illegal to hunt here in the reserve, and the men who did this know it. I got a glimpse of Fog Hansen and those other two a couple of miles back. Was it them, Mark? Was it Fog Hansen? I have to be sure. Thanks, son. This is dangerous country, and I don't want you coming up here alone anymore. Come on, I'll take you home.
Al. Ed?
Well, I just walked the gauntlet again.
Ah, don't let it get you, Tom. The fish aren't running, you can't spot them. This is nothing new. They always hit again. Wait and see.
Oh, yeah, sure. Well, here's the area I covered today. Something on your mind?
Yeah, there's something on my mind. Your kid cost me $100 today, Wedlow.
What are you talking about?
He's up at Bear River. We got ourselves a nice big she-bear. Seems your kid was snooping around, saw me shoot her. Then Charlie Mason came around, but we ducked him. When he came to my house late and slapped a fine on me. That kid of yours has a big mouth, Wedlow.
Mark was up at Bear River?
That's right, spying on us. Well, what do you got to say?
Well, I'd say that, I don't know, maybe you should spend your time taking care of your boat instead of hunting on the reserve.
No point in that, is there? Because you ain't found us a decent school of fish since the season started.
Take it off. Hands off.
Hit him again, Paul!
I suppose you figure that because you own the place, you can just butt into anybody's fight.
Well, now, I am the justice of the peace. I'm paid to uphold the peace.
Well, now, which one of you little boys won?
Ooh. Well, I wasn't the one that wound up in the water.
Too bad.
Hey, Mark, if I hadn't found out about it, would you have told me that you went up to Bear River today?
No,
No. Well, why not?
because you get mad.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I would get mad, angry. Why would I get mad?
Because you think it's dangerous up there.
No, because I know that it's dangerous up there. Why do you think they call it Bear River?
Because bears live up there.
That's right. And I've told you 1,000 times, and I'll tell you again, that's the natural home of the black bear. And now that they've made it a reserve, there's lots of them up there running wild. And there's nothing more dangerous or more unpredictable than a black bear. You ever seen a bear's claw?
Yes, Dad.
Well, then you should know. They could kill you in one swipe. Or a grown man even. Now, I saw that happen to a man that was hunting with me. See that? Well, I barely got out alive.
I know.
Then why do you keep going up to Bear River alone?
It's just that me and Davy used to go up there together.
But at least your brother was 4 years older than you are. He's bigger and stronger. It's not that we don't want you to go running around. Heck, that's good for you. But just not up Bear River. Hey, down at school, Doc. Why don't you come flying with me? You can rough it with me the way Davy used to, huh?
You keep forgetting, Dad. I get airsick. When you have to turn back, you get mad.
I really wasn't mad, Mark. Let's give it another try.
You just keep trying to make me be like Davy. I'm sorry, Dad, but I just can't fly with you like he did. I can't do anything like he did. I'm sorry I did die instead of him.
Mark.
Tom, wait.
Small school spotted off Sandy Point. Get going, fellas.
Hello again. I had a feeling I'd find you here. Hey, little fella, look what I got for you. See? Grapes. Go ahead, eat 'em. They're good for you. That old Fog Hansen hasn't been taking very good care of you, has he? It's a wonder you're not half blind, chained up here in the dark like this. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna give you some sunshine. That's what you need. Food and sunshine. That's what I'd give you every day, if you were mine. I would have come sooner, but that old Fog Hansen was always around. You've got no mother now, but you've got a friend. And don't you ever forget it. If you were mine, I'd take you down to a stream that I know about. The grass is as tall as I am, and there's lots of roots and things. There's rocks, too, and dead trees. We could turn some over, and you could eat the grubs and mice under them. I gotta go now. That's my dad's plane. I got a feeling he'd be a little mad if he found out I came here. You see, he and Fog Hansen got into a big fight about me. So we gotta be real careful. Listen, I'll be back. I promise. going to show you something. See this log? If you lift it, you'll find stuff underneath. Sometimes there's all kind of good things under there. Grubs, maybe field mice. Well, I wouldn't eat stuff like that myself, but you'll like them. Here now, go along like that. Good, huh? You've been goofed up in that check for so long, there's lots you gotta learn. And I'll help you. That's funny, huh? Me teaching you to act like a bear.
Fish. You know, all of a sudden they're here, and then all of a sudden they're gone.
Well, they'll come back.
Well, I don't know. The season's running out. So's the bank account. Guess it's been tough on the whole fleet.
That's not so good.
Sure isn't. It's not so good.
Well, so it's been. Like you said, if you ever needed any help.
Honey, I'm not taking a job from your brother.
Well, now, why not? Oh, I know, because you think he's bullheaded at times.
I'm not the only one that thinks so. You do, too.
Well, all right, but he doesn't have to know we think so.
Already does.
Does what?
He knows.
How?
I told him.
You didn't.
Yeah, I did.
That's why I haven't heard from him lately.
Yeah, I guess so. I guess that's why.
I like Uncle Ben.
Well, yeah, I like Uncle Ben, too. He's a nice man, I guess. Mark, did somebody tell you the food tasted twice as good if you ate it twice as fast?
I want to take a walk before it gets dark.
Well, just slow down.
Okay.
Do you have time to have a little fruit and cookies with us before you go?
Fruit and cookies? I guess so.
Okay.
Hey, say, did you hear about the black bear that Bug Hanson's keeping in his shed?
Oh, yeah, I heard about it at the market today.
He had it down at the bar yesterday, giving us some beer. It's a pretty good-sized brute to be leading around on a chain like a pet.
Gee, what could the fruit be?
I hear the bear's grown so big, Pug's afraid of it.
The fruit is missing. What?
I said Pug's afraid of it.
Afraid of what?
He's afraid of the bear.
What's the bear got to do with the fruit missing?
Can I be excused, please?
Hey, Mark.
Yes, Dad?
Okay, you're excused.
Gee, thanks, Dad.
Hey, Mark.
Yes, Mom?
That ought to go good with those cookies.
Thanks, Mom. Good, huh? I got good news, too. I have finally decided on a name for you. It's perfect. It's my uncle's name, Ben. You like it? I think it fits you just fine. You look like a Ben. He's got a nice round belly, too. Hey, you do like it, don't you? You know, if you were mine, I'd feed you up until you're the biggest bear in the whole world. And I'd train you so you'd walk right behind me all the time. I bet I'd be the only kid in the whole world that had a bear for a friend. Gee, would you like that too?
What are you doing here? I thought somebody had been around this shed. Well, you're the last one I expected to see come sneaking around my place.
I wasn't doing anything wrong.
You haven't. Don't you know about trespassing, boy?
I just came to visit.
Yeah? Ain't enough you cost me $100 fine. You're gonna try to sneak over here and steal my animal.
I wasn't stealing them. I just been bringing them food and taking them out for some fresh air.
Boy, you're really asking for trouble, trespassing on my property.
He'd die if there wasn't somebody to take care of him. You don't care.
You tell me what to do with my possessions, huh? Why, I'll teach you.
No! Leave him alone! You stop it!
Get out of my way, boy! Oh, you old nut, you old little... I want that boy arrested.
All right, Fogg, now just settle down.
You're the justice of the peace. It's your duty. I want that boy arrested for trespassing and for attempted stealing and for almost biting off my thumb.
Mark, is what he's saying true? Have you been visiting that bear all these months?
Yes, Dad.
You see? There's your confession.
Well, that's hardly a confession, Hanson. If he wanted to steal that bear, he'd have done it a long time ago.
All right. But they're still trespassing. They're nearly biting off my thumb.
Well, I can't do anything about your thumb, Hanson. There are laws and ordinances covering dogs or cats or other critters biting humans. There just isn't any law covering humans biting humans.
You're taking his side like you've done before. All right, but they're still trespassing.
All right, suppose I fine him $50 for trespassing and fine you $50 for drunken disorderly conduct.
All right. But if he comes snooping around my place again, he's going to go home with a pound of buckshot in his britches. And that's a promise.
Well, we managed to avoid putting Mark behind bars. However, you're going to have to stay away from Hanson's property.
Well, don't worry about that. He's not going to go near that bear again. Holy mackerel. You know, it's a wonder that you're still alive. And you've been sneaking over there all this time without our knowing it. Well, what do you think I ought to do with you? Well, what do you think I ought to do with you?
Buy me the bear.
Buy you the...
Mark, you don't mean...
Did you hear that? One of the most dangerous, most unpredictable. Mark, whatever would make you think that I'd buy you a bear?
Because Ben needs me. He's lonesome and he's hungry and he's always in the dark. And now that Fogg Hanson's mad at me and Ben, he'll take it out on Ben. He'll beat him, Dad. He'll beat him all the time. But if he was mine, I'd take good care of him, and none of these troubles would happen.
But he isn't yours, Mark.
I know he isn't. That's why we gotta hurry up and buy Ben before Fogg Hanson kills him.
Now listen to me. You don't go out and buy a nearly full-grown killer bear for a half-grown boy. If you want a pet, I'll buy you a dog.
I don't want a dog. I want Ben.
I'm not going to buy you something that's going to hurt you.
But he won't. He loves me. We're friends.
Well, I guess you just are not old enough to understand the danger.
Ben would never hurt me.
You're just going to have to take our word for it.
We just don't want anything to happen to you.
That's right. Now, Mark, I want a solemn promise out of you.
But Dad...
Your solemn word, Mark, that you won't go near Hanson's shed again.
But Dad...
Your
please.
word, Mark. Your word.
I promise.
Well, can I get you some coffee, Mike?
Oh, no, I gotta be going. Thanks anyway, Ellen.
Well, thank you, Mike.
Looks like clear flying weather tomorrow.
Yeah.
Well, Tom, Don't be too hard on the boy. I know, strange as it may seem, maybe that bear was good for him. He seemed a lot happier the last few months. Happier than I've seen him since Davy.
Well, I sure want to thank you for speaking up for Mark in there.
Well, I always wanted a boy of my own. Figure I can kind of share yours a little. Never had a boy like Mark.
Well, whoever did, buy me the bear.
Hey. Mark, a bear is a wild thing. It's not like an animal that you use for a pet. He may seem gentle now, but you never know when he might turn on you.
Vienna never turn on me.
Well, you just could never be sure of that, Mark.
I'm sure, Mom.
I sure would like to buy you all around, but since that knucklehead Wedlow can't find us no fish, I'm running a little low. Guess I'm just gonna have to sell my old bear for meat.
For meat?
Well, sure, why not? I took a look at that beast this morning, and I made a decision. As long as I'm running low, I guess it's time. You know, bear steaks are bringing a good price up north, so, real delicacy. Guess I'll shoot that bear tomorrow. You ought to cut up into a lot of fine steaks.
You can't do that! Ben? Ben, you really have grown. Ben, it's good to see you again. Bob Hanson said he was gonna kill you. We've got to hurry up and find a safe place for you. Come on, Ben. Come on, Ben. Come on. Come on, Ben. Come on.
Romer to base 1.
Romer to base 1, come in. All right, Tom, where are you?
Where am I? I'm over one of the biggest schools I've ever seen. Jumpers all over the place. They're so thick down there you can walk on them.
All right. Where are you?
About 20 miles out.
Following the school toward Cooper's Reef. Oh, I just talked to McBain at Weather. There's a front moving in near you.
You know, for once he's right. I can see it.
You better come in.
Negative. The boats will never find the fish unless I stay out here to spot them.
The boats can handle the rough weather, but you can't. I've got to advise you to come in.
So you've advised. This may be the last big school this season. I'm sticking with it.
All right, Tom. I'll send them to you.
Roger, thank you.
All boats prepared to shove off. Large school spotted at Cooper's Reef. Shaken up, men. There's a storm moving in.
Romer to base one. Romer to base one. Come in.
Base 1 to Roma.
The boats are here. I'm gonna head back.
How's your fuel?
Got enough to make it in.
I'll put on the coffee. Over and out.
Roger.
I wish I could have you, but I can't. We could have lots of fun together if you were mine. But nobody thinks you can have fun being friends with a bear, especially a big black bear like you. So you gotta go way back in there where Frog Hansel will never find you. You see? Don't worry, Ben. You'll meet some other bears, and you won't be chained up in that old shed. You'll be happier. I won't see you again, Ben. Goodbye, Ben. Go back! You're free! Can't you understand that? Get out of here! Quit following me! Go away, Ben! Please go away!
are you doing here with that bear?
I brought Ben up here to set him free. Hog Hanson's gonna kill him.
Honey, he's not going to do that.
He said he was gonna shoot him and sell the meat.
Mark, he's coming closer.
I know. I can't get him to go away.
He looks angry.
He's not angry, Mom. He's just stupid. That's his stupid look.
Now, Mark, we'd better start home. Come on now.
Don't be afraid of Ben. He won't hurt you. Pet him.
Oh, no, I don't...
Go on, Mom. Pet him. Go ahead. He likes it. He likes you, Mom. He's just like I said he was. Isn't he?
He sure is. He's so gentle. Gentle Ben. Mark, you know we have to take him back.
Take him back?
Now, Mark, you promised your dad you'd stay away from that bear, and you broke your word.
But Fog Hanson's gonna kill him.
Well, you've got to realize the bear belongs to Fog Hanson.
But that doesn't give him a right to kill a tame bear for meat, does it?
It's his bear, and we've got to take him back.
He'd follow me back again anyway, wouldn't you, Ben?
Okay, now. Come on, Ben.
What is it, Mom?
Your father's still out there. Come on, we better hurry.
Romer to base one. Romer to base one. You read me?
Base 1 to Romer, where are you?
About 2 steps short of ditching.
What? You said you had enough fuel to make it home.
How did I know I was going to run into a headwind?
Give me your position.
As far as I can figure, about 8 miles short of land.
What's your heading?
Due west.
Can you put her down all right?
I got no choice.
Now listen, Tom. There's a sports fisherman out there turned back because of rough water. He can't be too far from you. I'll radio him. Tell him to pick you up.
Going down, Mike. Thanks a lot for the lift, Jim. Appreciate it.
All right.
Are you okay?
Yeah. Oh, wait. Oh, you're going to have to save that until my ribs have healed.
Does it hurt, Dad?
Oh, no, just when I breathe. Here, you take the life jacket. Let's go.
All right, save your breath, Tom. I'll do the talking. The rest of the fleet's loading up. It's the biggest catch of the season. And as you said, maybe the last.
Well, it was for the roller.
Oh, Tom.
Now, don't worry about it. We're insured. We can find a new plane come spring.
I said I'd do the talking. I'm going to have a lot of help here handling the fish. Oh, and Charlie Mason, the game warden, was in. He wants to go to Alaska. So the park commissioner's going to have a replacement who knows how to jockey one of those airboats. And you know how to do that.
Yeah, well, thanks. I'll think about it.
Well, don't think about it too long. I might take the job. See you later.
Goodbye, Mike, and thanks.
I'm sure not going to give up flying to go dinking around in an airboat.
Oh, it's something to think about. You want to go the rest of your life.
Hi, Wedlow. You know, it's too bad you didn't go down with your plane. It's going to cost me a fortune to fix up my boat.
The other boats have full loads. You kept this tub in shape, wouldn't have busted up.
You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to get me a bottle and have myself a nice bear steak. A nice, fat, juicy, raw bear steak. Smothered in onions.
Mark!
Helen.
It's all right.
Helen, what's this all about?
I'll tell you later.
No, tell me now. What's going on?
All right. Every time that drunk sees Mark, he threatens to kill that bear.
And sell the meat or eat it himself.
That's right. Naturally, Mark is upset, and I don't blame him. Ben is just like Mark says he is. He's a darling bear.
He's a darling bear?
Well, he's a nice, gentle bear.
Well, how do you know so much about this nice, gentle bear?
Because I broke my word to you, Dad. And I went up to see Ben. And I took him away so Fog Hansen wouldn't kill him.
You took him away?
To the woods, where we used to go.
But he brought him back.
Because Mom told me to.
You were up there with Mark?
Well, I missed Mark, and I found him up there together. Mark had only taken him up there to set him free, but Ben won't leave Mark. You know, you were wrong about that bear. He is perfectly harmless.
Harmless?
Yeah. Can I please have him, Dad? Can I?
So what are you trying to make me the heavy? Well, all right, fine, but you're just going to have to take my word for it. I know a little bit more about bears than you do. Answer still no. No, you can't have the bear. Now, that's final.
I'm sorry.
Honey, I guess I was a little bit quick today. I just don't know what you do with a 7-year-old boy that wants a bear for a pet.
Well, it's not that simple. There's more to it than that. Does this feel any better?
Yeah, that's not just sore. What do you mean there's more to it than that?
Oh, it's not just a child wanting a toy. It's more. I think he needs Ben.
Oh, fine. Yeah, I'll buy that. What you mean is he needs something or somebody. But, honey, does it have to be a bear? I offered to buy him a dog.
Oh, Tom, that's silly. He doesn't love a dog. He loves Ben. There are things that happen between animals and people that you can't just disregard.
All right, let's say for the sake of the argument that you're right. Let's suppose that Mark needs Ben, okay? Well, then what's going to happen if Ben turns ugly just for a second and takes a swipe at Mark with his paw? How are you going to feel about that?
Well, what's going to happen to Mark if Fog Hansen butchers the bear? How would you feel then?
Well, I'm certainly more concerned about Mark's welfare than I am the bear's.
How can you separate the two? You saw for yourself every time Fog Hansen sees Mark, he threatens to kill the bear, and it's driving Mark crazy. If anything happens to that bear, you...
He's mine! My dad bought him! Ben's mine!
You just remember the conditions. You go by Mike's and pick up the culls every day to feed it.
Every day. That's easy as pie, Dad. I feed you every day, Ben. I feed you every day.
You go by the stores and the restaurants and you buy up the old bread. Now, that's your responsibility.
Heck, Ben's not a responsibility. He's a pal. He's my pal. He's mine. Come on, Ben. Wait and see your new home. See, Ben? This is your new home now. Ben's mine and Fog Hansen can't kill him now. Isn't that right, Dan?
That's right. He's all yours, and Fog Hansen doesn't have a thing to say about it.
Wow, did you hear that, Ben? You're all mine. And me and Dan, we won't let nothing hurt you. Come on, I'll show you inside.
I've never seen him so happy. Really, Tom, this isn't such a bad idea.
Well, I sure hope it isn't. But for my own peace of mind, I'm not going to let him too far out of my sight until I know for sure.
Look, Dad. See the little ones up in the tree? Wouldn't you like to have one of them?
Oh, no, one bear's enough. Well, did he get a good feed?
Did he ever? Feel, Dad.
No, I can see. Mark, it's time we headed home.
Dad, when are you going to stop carrying that rifle?
Whenever I feel it's absolutely safe, Mark.
You see, Ben's been beat so much by Fog Hansen, I think anything in your hand kind of scares him.
I understand. You and Ben lead the way and I'll follow. You all right?
When are you going to stop carrying that rifle?
Well, just about as soon as I can get home and put it in the rack.
You really mean it?
You bet I do.
You're really gonna have a good supper tonight, Ben. Come on, Ben. That's funny, huh, Ben?
Look.
Take it easy now, Ben. Don't get excited. We've got no reason to worry about them. Come on now.
Ain't that something? That little kid's got that bear following him around just like he's a dog.
He's got that brute trained better than you could have, Fog. Little kid, knee-high to a grasshopper.
Ain't nothing to training a dumb bear. You saw how I had him, drinking beer out of a bottle.
Yeah, after you whooped him with his chain.
I saw that little boy feed that bear grapes right out of the palm of his hand. Don't fool him, we saw it.
You used to throw him stale bread and then run for your life.
What do you mean, run for my life?
You was getting scared of him. We don't blame you none, Fog. Look, he's growling at you.
Forget it, Fog. Where you going, boy?
Home.
Been doing any trespassing lately on a man's private property? You didn't answer me, boy.
I got nothing to say to you.
Oh. You figure you're too good to talk to me, huh?
No, I just don't like you very much.
Well, the kid's honest anyway, Fog.
Hold it.
You got no right to stop me like this.
I don't? You know where you're standing, boy? On my property. You know what that sign says there? Can you read?
Yes, sir.
So you're trespassing again. But I'll let you off easy this time. Instead of hauling you into court, I'll just take that bear back.
No, Ben's mine.
Well, he's on my property, so I guess he belongs to me again. Boy, you ain't been training that bear right. You ain't taught him the proper respect.
Forget it, Fog.
Besides, I've been thinking. That bear gets much older, he might not be such good eating. Seems to me I ought to take him back right now while he's still tender and juicy.
Let us go, Mr. Hanson, and there won't be any trouble. Ben's mine now. I just want to take him home. Please?
Come here, boy. You know the best way to kill a bear? You take a long piece of nice hard wood, hickory, oak, and you sharpen it to a point. And you take it and you shove it right straight through that bear's heart. That way you don't spoil none of the eating meat.
Let's get him inside. Go, Doc. Here, come on.
What happened?
That bear attacked Fog. Lucky he's still alive. He should be shot.
Ben, I'm afraid we've done it. I'm afraid we've really done it, Ben. We gotta get home. Come on. Come on, Ben. We gotta get home.
That bear almost killed Fogg Hansen.
Well, he wouldn't have attacked Fogg. You know that, don't you, if he'd been minding his own business.
We know that, Tom, but it did happen. And it could happen again. A wild blackie living right in town, why, supposing there's some sort of an accident and that bear turns on somebody.
Like our children. It's a frightening thought.
Well, Ben wouldn't do that. The only reason he attacked Fogg is because he was threatening Mark. He didn't do any more than any family dog would have done.
Tom, the whole town now knows that Ben's a full-grown blackie, capable of killing a man.
Well, all right. From now on, I'll keep him chained up in the backyard.
You can't keep that bear anymore. For the good of all, the town says you've got to shoot him.
And that means by tomorrow night. Or we'll get a court order and do it ourselves.
Sorry, Tom. Good night.
Night, Tom.
Been out here all night?
I heard what those men were saying.
Yeah, well, that's what we've got to talk about, Mark.
You won't shoot Ben, will you,
Of
Dad?
course not. I'm not going to shoot him. I'm not going to let anybody else shoot him. I don't want anything to happen to Ben any more than you do. You understand?
Yes, Dad. We should take him up to Bear River and set him free.
Well, now, you tried that, Mark. He'd just follow you back, and then somebody really would shoot him. They'd shoot him on sight.
Think of something, Dad.
Hey! Mark, what if we put him in a zoo? They'd take real good care of him. Nobody could hurt him. They'd feed him good. He'd be with other bears. Of course, you know, that'd mean that you might not be able to see him again, that you'd have to give him up. But nobody could shoot him, that's for sure, huh? Come on, let's go in and start making some telephone calls.
Will they feed him good at the zoo? I mean, do they have any idea how much Ben eats?
More than likely they'll feed him too much. That's a real fine zoo in Tampa.
They're a pretty lucky zoo to get Ben.
They sure are.
Okay, Mark, you can bring him down now. All right, Mark, go up to the front of the cage and see if you can coax him in. Unhook his chain.
No, let me have that, son. This cage is none too strong.
Will you tell him at the zoo that his name's Ben?
You bet I will, lad.
You have to go away now. I don't want to send you, but I've got no choice. You know that, don't you? And if you stay here, they'll kill you. So this is goodbye now. You remember me a little. Will you do that, Ben? Will you? Goodbye, Ben. Goodbye.
Mark, I'm real proud of you, Mark. I'm just real proud. You know what I think I'm going to do, Mark? I think I'm going to take that game warden's job. How about that, Change of scenery might be good for all of us.
I told you we shouldn't have brought that bear. He could have tore us both apart.
He didn't want to hurt us. He just wanted his freedom. Bring her about.
Well, what are we going to tell Tom Wedlow?
Well, it's legal hunting country. Might be less painful for the boy if he thought the bear was safe in a zoo somewhere.
Well, suppose the boy wants to go to Tampa, visit the bear or something.
Suppose we gave him to a traveling circus. Lots of them winter out in Sarasota. Nearly impossible to track him then. Might be the kindest thing, all things considered. Hold it here a minute.
Supposed to be kept out of the house. That one just ate half a cake, unbaked. The other half is all over the kitchen floor.
He must have sneaked in while I wasn't looking. He's a sneak.
He's not only a sneak, he's a bandit. Look at his mask.
Well, he can just bandit somewhere else besides my kitchen.
Hey, you want to see something, Mark? Brought you something. I can just get a hold of him now.
What is that?
Well, they call that a baby alligator. You know, I thought maybe Mark might like to keep a baby alligator for a while.
Oh, you did you?
Hey, you want to hold him, Mark?
Yeah.
Right, wait a minute. Put your hand right up there and get him firm. Now, be careful. He's been crippled up quite a bit.
Okay. I'll take good care of him.
Well, now, just until he gets well, then we're going to have to turn him loose.
Okay. Come on, alligator. I'll find some place for you.
Who told you?
Who told me what?
About the rain.
What are you talking about?
I mean, when do you start building the ark, Noah?
Oh, no. I figured that I'd just, I'd build myself a big airboat.
You know you have brought every animal from the state of Florida to try to make him forget Ben. And all you've succeeded in doing is making the house one...
Honey, what have we got for supper? You know, I think you should have left that in the oven a little bit longer. Hello. Oh, hello, Commissioner. Fine. Oh, yeah, they're fine, too. Oh? I see. Well, I'll take a run up there first thing in the morning. Yeah, of course. Fine, I'll call you tomorrow night after I check it out. Bye.
Check what out?
Oh, nothing much. The commissioner just seems to think there might be some fur poachers operating up north.
Well, now, you be careful.
Careful? That's my middle name.
Come and get it.
No. Where's Mark?
Oh, he's gone fishing. Why?
I want to talk to you.
What's all the mystery?
I saw Ben today.
Ben?
That's right. When I came back from up north, I turned into Channel, and he came roaring out of the thicket.
But Ben is with a traveling circus 1,000 miles
No, he's not. I thought so, too, but I got in touch with Swenson on my way home, and he admitted that Ben broke out of his cage. He swam ashore a few miles south of there.
That's not what he told us.
Well, honey, he lied. I don't know. He had his reasons, I guess, but he lied.
Well, now, how do you know the bear you saw was Ben?
He still had the chain around his neck. Now, I'll tell you something else. He's gone wild. He came roaring out of that thicket like he was out of his head. He nearly attacked the airboat. He's a wild blackie in every sense of the word, and we've got to keep Mark out of that area. Well, if he should see Ben and try to go up to him, I just hate to think what could happen.
Dad? I think I'll call the alligator Charlie.
Charlie? Yeah. Yeah, Charlie. I like Charlie. Don't you like Charlie, Mom?
I think Charlie is a wonderful name.
I hope the alligator likes it that well. Here, Mom.
What is it?
I thought I saw a bear over that way.
Bear?
Dad, it looked like Ben.
What are you talking about? That's impossible.
Hey, now you must have dreamed yourself up a bear.
It was a bear and it looked like Ben.
Now, that just proves you're dreaming. Ben's asleep someplace 1,000 miles from here with his circus friends. Now, come on, let's get back to bed.
But I was sure it was Ben. I was sure.
Yes. Now you get some sleep. It was Ben, wasn't it?
I didn't see any more than you did.
If it was, I'll bet he comes back. What are you going to do?
Whatever I have to do.
Oh, now, Tom, just because he came here, that doesn't mean he's wild, does it? Maybe he remembers us. Maybe he's just curious.
Well, he was more than just curious when he came at me in the airboat.
Oh, I just can't believe he's forgotten us.
Honey, you can't expect him to remember us. He's been living wild for close to a year. He's had to learn to kill, or else get killed. Now, he's probably had it pretty rough. It's only natural that he'd forget us.
Oh, it's a shame. You know what he means to Mark. What you say is true, and he comes back, and he is dangerous. You might have to shoot him.
Well, if he's dangerous, I might. Yes.
Well, what if Mark sees it?
Can't let that happen.
But you have to shoot him.
Now, look, honey, I don't want to kill Ben any more than you do. But if he's wild, if he's dangerous to Mark, you know what I could do? I could get a tranquilizer gun, knock him out, and take him further back into the wilderness. Or I could put him in a zoo for good this time. I could do that. I'll go out and look for him.
When?
Tomorrow.
Mark, that strawberry jam goes real good on those hot biscuits.
Dad, can I ride with you today? It's Saturday. There's no school.
I think you better stick around the house today, Mark.
Why?
Well, I've got to check on those poachers, and if I find them, could be a little tricky.
I'm not afraid.
Well, now, Mark, I need you to help me around the house today. Be careful.
That's my middle name.
Dad? Why are you taking your hunting rifle today, Dad?
Well, if I run into those poachers and they've got rifles, I want to be prepared. See you tonight.
Bye, Dad.
Okay, you can come now and get your animals. Well, now, why are you looking at me that way?
He didn't take his hunting rifle when he went after poachers yesterday.
Well, Mark, now I want you to get the animals fed because I have some things I want you to do. Come on.
Ellen, what is it?
Mark is gone.
What?
He's gone.
Where?
I don't know. He was out feeding his animals and he just suddenly disappeared. Tom, I think he suspects about Ben. I think he's gone to look for him.
Well, don't worry about it. I'll find him.
Tom, has anything happened? Is anything wrong?
No, nothing's happened. I'm just going to look for Mark. I'll be back as soon as I find him.
It's really you, Ben.
Mark! Go back! Mark! Go back! Go back!
lots of possum to hear. Come on, Ben. Help me. Hey, Dad's hurt. Hurry. Help me. Hurry, Ben. Come on. You can pet him if you like to, Dad. You see, scratch into the chin, like this. He likes it. He likes you, too.
Guess I owe you a bit of thanks, Ben.
Hey, you better go easy there, though. That's a pretty ferocious bear.
Ellen, what are you doing here?
Boy, you look a mess.
Huh?
Ben, where are you going? Wow, cubs. Do you think they're Ben's?
Yeah, they must be. Well, no wonder he attacked the airboat. He was protecting his family.
What are we going to call him?
Well, let's see. How about,
Well, we're not going to call him anything. We're going to leave him right here where their mother can take good care of him.
But if we took him home, I could help her.
Mark, she doesn't need any help. Does she, Dad?
Well, I don't know. We might be able to help her out around the kitchen. No, really, Mark. I think your mom's right. She's done all right by herself so far.
But what about Ben? Do you think he'll come to see me anymore?
Now that he's got a family of his own, well, I don't know, Mark. We might have to come visit him. Come on. I'll give you a ride home on the airboat.
Okay. Ben, I knew you'd come back to see me. Come on in. But be quiet or Mom and Dad will hear you. You know how Mom is about letting animals in the house.